Good morning, class 7. Today we will continue with the chapter water. We will start from lower valley. The area where river joins the sea is almost flat. When water of the river gets distributed into channels, it is called a delta. You must have seen it in your geography books also. This diagram is there. Otherwise, you can see that when the river joins the sea, that area, it is divided into different parts. You can say that part is called delta. When water joins the sea in one channel only, it is called an estuary. Both delta and estuary are suitable places for the growth of an organism. Plant and animals life in this part of river vary greatly. Tropical areas are abundant in variety as compared to temperate areas. Mississippi Delta is famous for huge salt marshes and highly productive plant communities. Fish, crab and shrimp are common animals found in this zone. Other animals are ducks, geese and herons. Very often, marine animals move into this zone and freshwater animals move out into seas. Among microscopic animals, phytoplankton is in abundance that is consumed by zooplankton. So, they are talking that if you talk about the delta or estuary, they both are very suitable place for the organisms to survive, and but there is variation in the organism which are found in them. Fish, crab and shrimp are common. They are found in this zone in the and there is a difference between the animals which are found in temperate zones, temperate areas or tropical zones. Then these animals like ducks, geese and herons are also a sort of birds only. These marine animals, they move into the zone, and freshwater animals move out into sea. Then there are microscopic animals called phytoplankton. It is found in abundance, too much, and it is consumed by zooplankton. Plankton is a collective name for a variety of microscopic organisms that float in the water. Phytoplankton is made of bacteria, algae and fungi. Zooplankton is made of protozoa, mollusk, worm, etc. Zooplankton feeds on phytoplankton. Both are food for other sea animals. And zooplankton is eaten by fishes and other animals. High productivity is the main feature of this zone. People living around this area catch a large number of fish. In plants, the variety ranges from microscopic phytoplankton to rainforest. Phytoplankton is a single-celled algae, and a group of algae is called diatom. Grasses and rooted plants are common in the marshy areas. Mangrove trees are most common throughout the world. Sundarbans of India is typical example of mangrove trees. Tidal forests, rainforests are the richest estuarine habitat on the surface of the earth. The huge tidal rainforests are the most abundant in the Amazon River basin. So, the areas vary. So, there are animals, the plants which are found, they are also different in different areas. Mangroves are common, mangroves you can find it in the Sundarbans. Then tidal rainforests are also very common, which is found in Amazon River basin. By 1993, more than 280,000 square kilometer area of Amazon rainforest had been deforested. Then third is lentic habitat. Lentic habitat is the still water of freshwater lakes and ponds. Still water is normally warmer than the river and streams of the same area. The reason is the water is still, it is not moving, so it is comparatively warmer than the area and the stream which is found nearby. And the result is that the habitat is capable of supporting many kinds of plants and animal life. Green colored blanket is common to see on still water. Such a cover is known as duckweed, which are common aquatic plant. Duckweed is a common source of food for many aquatic plants. They are floating plants on water. They block the sunshine for lower parts, thus reducing oxygen in the water. Organisms that flourish below the duckweed layer are desmids, that is algae, protozoa, that is microorganisms, animals like crab, shrimp, snail, lobster, etc. So what happens is that that water is still, so that provides habitat to lot of organisms, and a green colored blanket which you most of the time we see, and it is the algae. Such a cover is known as duckweed, which is common in the aquatic plant, and it provides food to many aquatic animals. They are floating in the water, they block the sunshine for lower parts, thus reducing oxygen in the water. Organisms that flourish below the duckweed layer are algae, protozoa, animals like crab, shrimp, snail, lobster, etc. Shallow water areas support a variety of free swimming animals like fish and frogs. Deep areas have comparatively lesser oxygen, therefore, only those animals are found here that are adaptable to cold conditions such as mayfly, midge, larvae, protozoans, etc. So, shallow water, that means where water is comparatively less, support variety of free swimming animals, examples like frog and fish. Deep areas have lesser oxygen, therefore only those animals which can adapt to cold conditions are found there, and examples are mayfly, midge and larva. Plankton and algae are most common of lentic habitat. They supply the maximum energy in the lentic habitat. Among planktons, both plant plankton and animal plankton are found. Then comes the marine habitat. As water covers 71% of surface of the earth, it is the largest habitat on the earth. Depth of ocean water is the greatest factor for the change in species of organism. Broadly, the oceanic habitat can be divided into three parts. Neritic habitat. Neritic zone is the open water of the continental shelf. It is also known as littoral zone. It is a shallow water zone, therefore it receives maximum sunlight. As a result, it is the most productive zone of all the parts of ocean. It is an ideal place for growth of plankton, which is food for many sea animals. Phytoplankton and zooplankton are also two types of plankton. Free swimming fish and other sea animals are in abundance. So, this neritic zone is the open water of the continental shelf. It is also known as littoral zone. The shallow water, where there is less water comparatively, it receives maximum sunlight, and as a result it's most productive zone because it gets sunlight. Shallow water is there and receives maximum sunlight, so production is obviously more. It is ideal place for growth of plankton, which is the food for sea animals. Okay, large variety of mollusk is found here like oyster, snail, slug, cockle and octopus. More than 50,000 species of mollusk are found. Mollusks are soft-bodied invertebrate animal. Variety of algae is found here. Vertebrate animals which have the backbone, invertebrate which do not have. That's why they are soft. Algae are a group of plant like organism. Algae can survive even in tough conditions like extreme cold and depth. Important types of algae are red algae, green algae and brown algae. Kelps are popular plants in the intertidal zone. These plants are more prominent in the rocky shores. These are edible plants and are staple food in some parts of the world. Extract from these plants are also used in cosmetics and ice cream. So, kelps are also popular plant which are found in the intertidal zone. They are edible and they are important staple food for many people living in many parts of the world. The extracts of this plant is used in the cosmetics and ice cream. Class, we will end this class here itself. In the next one, we will finish off the chapter and I will send you half question answers today and half of them I will be sending you in the next class. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. Be careful and don't go out.